5G in India is still in its infancy when network providers are beginning 5G trials. However, that has not stopped smartphone makers from releasing plenty of 5G supported devices in the country in a wide price range. The latest phone to arrive is the Moto G51 5G. It's a budget-focused phone which competes against a bunch of phones from Redmi, Realme and Poco. So, how well does it come out against its competition? We find out in our review. The Moto G51 5G follows the design language that we can see in the most modern Moto devices with the same old school but robust design. The device features flat edges on the side with a plastic back panel with dual color contrast. The back panel of the device is highly prone to smudges, so make sure that you have a back cover while using the device. At 9.1 mm thickness and 208 gram weight, the phone feels quite heavy, which makes carrying the device a bit cumbersome. Coming to the display, the Moto G51 5G features a 6.8-inch IPS LCD display with a punch hole cutout and a prominent chin at the bottom. And despite being an LCD screen, it is good in color reproduction and contrast. The slightly taller aspect ratio makes the phone ideal for content consumption. But since the device is tall, to access the volume rocker, you'd have to stretch your fingers or slide down your palm. So we wish that the handset was a bit handier. The good thing is that the fingerprint scanner, which is part of the power button, is accessible as well as accurate. There is up to 120 Hz high-speed refresh rate and a 240 Hz touch sampling rate. This means everything from regular scrolling to game animations should respond smoother than a standard screen. Brightness levels on the G51 5G always felt quite adequate for outdoor usage, and we did not encounter any problems while reading text against direct sunlight. As for the audio, the G51 5G comes with a downward firing single speaker. It's rather tinny sounding and it lacks the depth in terms of audio experience. The Moto G51 5G is the only smartphone in India offering the Snapdragon 480 Plus chipset, which is then paired with 4GB RAM and 64GB of storage. Now, don't go by its name because it is a spiritual successor to something like a Snapdragon 720G instead of Snapdragon 480. On a daily basis, the Moto G51 5G runs swiftly. Whether reading through mails or Instagram or even heavy multitasking, the G51 kept it cool. Even while gaming, the Moto G51 held on to its composure well. Many modern titles like Call of Duty and Asphalt 9 did not tax the phone highly. There are 12 bands of 5G support, which is a lot more bands than most competitors. On the software side of things, the Moto G51 5G is based on the Android 11 operating system that provides a near-stock Android experience. Coming to optics, the phone has a 50MP sensor which is paired with an 8MP ultra-wide shooter that also has depth capabilities and a 2MP macro-vision camera. The primary shooter gets you crisp images with average dynamic range but very good color reproduction. The ultra-wide shooter is much more adept at getting a larger field of view while keeping the elements of the scene in place. As for the macro sensor, its ability to shoot with reasonably good detail is adequate at best. The smartphone is equipped with a 5000 mAh battery and a 20-watt rapid charger. Based on the user you are, the smartphone can easily last a day with moderate to heavy use. Priced at 14,999 rupees, the Moto G51 is a considerable option for gamers and binge watchers at the price range it is being offered. In a sea of affordable 5G phones around 15,000 rupees, this earns a solid recommendation from us.